somebody doesn't want to come to the meditation class, let us say, and you call him and arraign him and scold him and kick him and throw him out of the camp. That thing happens. Then how many people will reveal? Only the Guru will reveal ultimately. then you also will go, because nobody is here. That's not the idea. If somebody wants to sleep a little more, let him do that. None of you have the right to say, no, why is he sleeping? Why can't I sleep? That's another problem. If she can sleep, I also can sleep. Tomorrow I am also sleeping. Then the problem is all of you will sleep. Guru also will sleep. So that should not be. You see, you have to see what result it creates. What result that kind of logic creates. Does it promote your ultimate well-being? So that's not the method. Everybody has the freedom. And then it requires tremendous alertness, respect. If somebody feels very, very sleepy, we must respect that. It is his individual. You have no right to impose it on him. No, you should not sleep. Then he comes here. So that doesn't help. That is his individuality. We must respect. He is an individual, isn't it? He is God's creation. And he feels very sleepy. What can you do? And you condemn him, criticize him, make him feel warm in the process. No, that's not the method. You respect his. That's what I tell honesty. Honesty is being true to your deep needs. Sometimes you feel very, very sleepy. You struggle, you try, and still if you feel, you just go and sleep. Not in the class. That is disrespect to the Guru, to the teacher.
If that is permitted, the people will go and...
Yeah, well, that is not permitted. That is disrespect. You must have mutual respect, isn't it? So if you feel very sleepy, be honest about that, rather than coming and sleeping here and cursing the teacher mentally. When is he going to stop the class? I have to go and sleep. So you just go and do it and then come back. This is what I say, respect for the individual's deepest needs. And the individual should feel free to admit it.
Self-respect.
That is self-respect. You respect your own private needs, private desires. That's very important. Otherwise you become a hypocrite. You become a hypocrite and biting your lips, looking here, because you are yawning and then you don't feel comfortable. So these are some of the values we have to apply consciously, these values. Then people feel free. When they are free, their spirit starts awakening. Then they will never feel sleepy. That's the idea.
You should not motivate others to sleep.
Again you are coming, you look into yourself only. Don't try to... You're again concerned with that. He goes around propagating.
You sleep less.
Yes. And he imposes on others. No. You sleep less, you enjoy it, isn't it? You enjoy less sleep, you do that. Others enjoy little more sleep, let them do that. Because you don't sleep, you go all around saying, who all are sleeping? You don't eat onion, you go around, who all are eating onion? You start cursing them. That is violence. Imposing one's value on the other is violence. That is himsa. Don't impose your value. You live your value and let the other guy watch you. And when he is inspired by that, he will do it. Or they will come to you, they will ask you. But don't. Unasked, never give any advice. Unasked advice. Nobody asks for your advice, but you are ready to give free advice. A guru is one who will never answer without a question. He will never advise. Come here, there is an advice. No. He will just play. Krishna did that. And Arjuna says at the last, oh, I was a fool. We used to play, we used to sleep together, we used to eat together, we used to pull at each other's leg. Echava hasartam asatkrudosi. And I used to ridicule you, put you down. Now at that time Krishna never pretended he knew all those things. Because Arjuna never asked a question. So they used to play, they used to do all things, talk politics and all that. It is in the battlefield Arjuna asked that question. Then comes this wonderful philosophy. And Arjuna said, you didn't tell me, I didn't know all those things. I used to think of you as an ordinary person. Now I realize, any other person with all this knowledge, wherever he goes, he would have given a lecture, 1 hour lecture. And all that he knows. All that he knows. All that he knows he will give, whether there is somebody willing or not. That shows undigested knowledge. Undigested knowledge. You don't have to express, you're like a diarrhea. You cannot help it. It keeps falling, here and there. And it stings so much. Instead of helping anybody, it's like a diarrhea because you have not digested it, isn't it? Diarrhea is undigested nutrient, undigested nourishment. It's all falling apart. So really wise man will not speak unless asked to. A good singer will not sing unless asked. There must be a demand for it. Otherwise, he is. Oh, please, one more. Then you may sing. One more. Okay. Otherwise, you sweep everybody aside, go and start singing. Nobody will listen to that. So if you have full of knowledge, you are absolutely quiet. There is no need to announce that. Understand? You keep quiet. And somebody is saying, you allow him to say. That's another beauty of a really enlightened person. Okay, if nobody, Hanumanji is like that. He will not come forth with his knowledge. He will sit in a corner, let others speak and reveal their foolishness. When nobody is there, then he will come forth. That also minimum words. This restraint, discipline is very important. Otherwise, scholarship becomes a tyranny. Wherever you go, your scholarship comes and calls people, and people run away from such people. There comes the scholar. They will just run away. You will see the other person is hungry for your knowledge. And wait some more time, let him feel some more hunger. Then when you give it, he will relish it, digest it. These are all part of the education. Mere Vedanta is not enough. You must know how to, you must be quiet. If you don't speak, you keep quiet. Quiet in your reflection. When you're asked to, then you speak. Otherwise, you keep quiet. And if somebody says, let him speak. You don't have to interfere in it. Just keep quiet. That's the best method of scholarly way of doing things. So he says, Rutam. So Ruta is very, very important. So let that define your worldview, your mindset. So we have defined the mindset by Ruta. Ruta is your mindset, your philosophy, the very structure of your thinking. Ruta. Two things in that. One, individual initiative, individual freedom, which contributes to the collective harmony. So every point is intelligent now. Every point is intelligent. It's like a modern organization, we say. A modern organization, individual is the resource, every individual. There are no hardware in the modern organization. No big factories, big machines or anything. These are all individuals. It's an individual-centered organization. That creates a harmony. That is the lasting harmony. That is the lasting harmony. and that is the most rich harmony also. That Ruda is a very explosive word that way. Keep on analyzing that Ruda. And in that state you cannot be angry with anybody. You see, the Guru has to be absolutely patient. The one who organizes is to be very, very patient, because others may be little stupid sometime. Then you should not flare up also. Immense patience is necessary, so that everybody can fearlessly and shamelessly express their capacities. Because we put two kind of spokes into somebody's expression. Either we create fear in him or create shame in him. You must be ashamed of doing that. Don't we say that to our children? You must be ashamed of doing that. Thereafter, whenever the child does something, new things, he is ashamed. So he goes to the bathroom and does all kind of nasty things. So that fear should not be, shame should not be there, nor should there be fear. So fearlessly and shamelessly. Ramakrishna uses these words. One should not have fear or shame, then alone you can become a sadhaka. Ramakrishna's famous words, no fear, no shame. These are very, very important. Tomorrow be Shivaratri, that Tiruvadirakali. A lot of, how can I do that, what others will watch? No, there is no shame at all. You are ready to do any for the fun, you are ready to do anything. So freedom from shame and freedom from fear. Don't take it to the extremes. Everything mita. Moderation is another keyword. So I have no shame, then you start doing all kind of shameful things. No. So moderation is another keyword. So on one side there is moderation. On another side, fearlessness. Another side, practical consideration. These all has to be welded in your understanding. So Ritam is a key word. Ritam cha swadhyaya pravachane cha. And the other is swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means self-study. Swadhyaya has got two meanings. One, you must continue to refine what you have studied in the brahmacharya stage. During the brahmacharya, during the student days, you have studied a lot of things. Material knowledge, physical knowledge, moral, ethical knowledge, etc., etc. This you have to revise daily. Swadhyaya, self-study. It is not that I have studied everything, now I will not study. That is a continuous revision, Swadhyaya. Another meaning of Swadhyaya, self-study. Watching yourself. What is happening in me? Why I am doing this? Questioning your motives, etc. Why I am doing it? Am I doing the right thing, the right way? So self-study means studying yourself, your own motives and thoughts. Self-study also means studying the scriptures daily. You all must have experienced it. First time when you studied Gita, you understood this much. Then again you read Gita, you understand little more. Little more. Little more. Now when you study Gita, you think you understand everything. so this way it goes on. So as you study, scripture is such, it is the essence. So it has to be placed in the water of life so that it expands. So one has to study continuously. It's a learning spirit, learning individual. Nowadays we say about learning individuals. You are always ready to learn. Now some people say, I am very old to learn. No. Esha brahmi sthiti partha nainam prapya vimuhyadi sthitvasyam andagalebi. Even at the time of death you can learn. Sometimes profound wisdom comes out of it. On the deathbed you can learn. So never it is late. So Rutam cha swadhyaya. So one is swadhyaya. And the other is pravachana. Pravachana means sharing. Pravachana is sharing what you know. Not simple teaching, but sharing. So all that you know, share. Share with others. Interact with others. Share. So, as they say, be a Christian and make others also a Christian. So whatever helps you, share with others. That is Swadhyaya and Pravachana. And the sharing, you learn new things. Sharing, you learn new things. So Rudam cha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha. Then how many values now? 3 values. Rudam, Swadhyayam and Pravachanam, sharing. Now, Satyam cha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha. So this Swadhyaya Pravachana is a refrain. It continues throughout. And because that's the most important value. You have to learn, you have to share. Learn and share. In the internet we are doing that. We are putting Bhagavad Gita on the internet. You don't get anything, but you put it. Somebody else will download it also. Or Gita, Upanishad. The whole internet is a sharing community. It's a share. Knowledge is always free. So, Satyam cha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha. And the third value is Satyam, truth. Satya as a goal, Satya as a means, Satya as being honest to your own deep needs. 3 meanings of Satya. One meaning of Satya is your goal. I want to reach that which is the unchanging, the immortal, the immutable. I am not interested in this changing. Satya means the changeless. And to reach the changeless, pursue an honest path. Path should be Satyam. Satyena pantha vidada devayana. An honest path. An open life. And Satya also means honest to your deep needs. Your deep needs. Don't feel ashamed of your deep needs. If you like something to eat, if you, for example, let's say in the kitchen, on the dining table, you really want to eat something. You look around, is anybody watching me? You don't have to feel that. If you really want it, you must be honest to that feeling, and then because you have respect for yourself, you have respect for your deep needs and feelings, you go and somebody may laugh at you or say something to you, doesn't matter. Because that guy wants to eat, but he dare not. Understand? You want and you eat it. So this honesty to your deep needs, that also is Satyam. 3 meanings of Satya. Satyam cha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha. And the third value is Tapascha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha. Tapa also has got 2-3 meanings. Tapa can mean physical austerity. Your needs are very limited. With the minimum needs. Humble or simple life, as Tagore said. Simple life with the minimum needs. Now you can live in a very palatial environment. You can live in a very simple environment. And you are equally protective. Gandhi lived in a very simple austere, simple life.
Some may live in palace and lead a simple.
They can simple life also. You can live in a palace and you can live in a hut and lead a very opulent life, at least mentally. So what is necessary is not palace or hut, but your needs are very limited. You with minimum. You take only minimum. That is one meaning of Satya. And then Vakmidatvam, sabas, then brevity in your expressions and words. That is Vaktapa. Shariram Tapa. Vaktapa. And then manasa tapa. Manasa tapa is limiting your thoughts, your worries and thoughts, control of the mind. Then the ability to energize yourself, enthusing oneself, finding your own. Tapa means heat. You can create your own energy. You must have experienced it. Sometimes you have enormous energy. Sometimes you have no energy. Enormous energy. Something invokes great energies out of you. Sometimes it doesn't invoke any energy. In somebody's presence you can experience great energy. Other person you feel very sleepy also. That means there are reservoirs of energy here and there. You have to tap it somehow or other. So we have the enormous power to energize ourselves. That also is called tapas. Now in a very limited sense, tapas like Ravana did tapas or Panchagni Madhya tapas. You sit surrounded by 5 fires, or you fast, you stand on one leg, or you roll all your way to Badrinath. There are people who does that. I have seen one person, and in the Rishikesh, you have to go up like this to Badrinath, 200 miles or so. You take 2 days to reach there in those days. And this man started from Rishikesh rolling. On the road he rolls, rolling all his way to Badrinath. And he reached there. Because we have that power to do that. We have the power to do. We have not. We think we cannot, but you can. Don't try it now. You don't have to try it. So we have the power to do any kind of thing, provided we have the will to do that.
The bonus going around the Manasaras.
There people are rolling. Manas are over about 53 miles or so.
Rolling on ice.
Rolling on ice. The people do that. In our temples they do that. They vomit and all, but then still they do. Some people prostrate. They stand, prostrate, then stand up there, prostrate, stand up there, prostrate.
And then they go away.
Some people somersault. They go like this. Reach Badrinath. These kind of, instead of sitting down and gossiping, you can do all those things. So that is tapaha. Or sitting in Panchagni Madhya, as told you, or Ekadashi, that also is a form of tapas. Feeding poor people. You don't eat, but you feed the others. Or fasting 10 days or 20 days. Or not speaking, Mavana, it's a tapas. Or reading Bhagavad Gita in one sitting, it's a tapas. At the end of Gita says, if you read Bhagavad Gita in one sitting you have to do, not like we are doing. One sitting you have to do, then it is equivalent to performing 100 Ashwamedhas. 100 Ashwamedha.
All 18 chapters.
All 18 chapters. Not missing even one sloka. One has to chant. From beginning to 701 slokas. You have to chant. It will take 3 hours only. It doesn't take so much time. 3 hours if you can do that, it is equivalent to performing 100 Ashwamedha. So since we are doing it in small chunks, it may be equal to 1 Ashwamedha. That's enough for us. So that doesn't matter. So that's tapas. Tapascha. Tapas is exploring your potential in various ways. Various ways you explore your potential. Potential, mental, intellectual, emotional, physical, all kind of potential you explore. Playing with your own system. That's tapas. You try to explore all. Sitting in the midst of fire. You think it's interesting. That too in Rajasthan desert. So agre vanni prishte bhanu ratro jubuga samarpida janu karadala bitcha Sarudalavasa tadamidamunjatyasha pasha. That is another question. So this is the tapas. Agrevani, Pishdevan, all surrounded by fire. And on top is the Surya. And then below the burning, the hot sand. Then you do this tapas. There also midatva is necessary, because otherwise Krishna Bhagavan says, you are torturing me also by all these tortures. There are people who pierce their cheeks through the tongue, they do that. They take a hook on their back and then they on the string, various kinds of tapas. Break coconut on their head. I've seen a person from Tamil Nadu. He not the full coconut, not that with that fiber. They remove the fiber and then with the shell, they take it and it breaks into two. That shows there is nothing inside, only the grey matter thickened into the shell. These are various types of people do various things. But I would say the key in religion is mitattva, moderation. Yuktahara viharasya, yuktajeshtasya sapnasu, yukta karmavabodhasya, yogo bhavadi dukkha. Otherwise it was ayukti. Somewhere the Lord says, you are torturing me also by doing all this. Look, I am sitting inside you. So what is necessary is moderate eating, moderate sleep, moderate activity, moderate wakefulness, so that you can do it in a sustained manner. Sustainability is very, very important. Incremental, that's the modern language word. Incremental growth. Every day you incrementally grow. No day you stop growing. Others are in a spurt, they grow a little, then remain there for another 20 years. Another spurt. Arambha Shuratva. Khalu Bhanati. So this way, tapa is a very interesting word. And Krishna says, Yajnadana tapakarma natyajamidi chabare. Tapa is a very interesting discipline. Now, damascha. Dama. Dama is control of the sense organs. A great mastery over the body. Dhamma is control of the organs of action, not sense or organs of action. Great mastery over the body. As I told you, you are sitting, you are doing, you are holding, you are looking. The whole body is mastered by this person. And it also means reducing your needs. Reducing your needs. That also is a great discipline. Living on minimum needs, reducing your needs. If you think I can eat 2 chapatis, see eating 2 chapatis, how does it work? How does it work? That way, reducing your, voluntarily, not because somebody is looking at you. Voluntarily you are reducing it. So Dhamma is control of the organs of action, speech and hand and legs, etc. Have you seen some people sitting and shaking their thighs? Keep on shaking. They don't know what they are doing. They're shaking. That shows some serious disturbance is going on. Shaking their legs, digging into their nose, pulling their hair, biting the nails, making notes on the dhoti. Dhoti, several notes on the dhoti after the Gita class. The duration of the Gita class is known by the number of notes on the dhoti. Have people like that, playing with this, playing with that. There is no control over the body. Whereas a Siddha sadhak, great control over the body. He is very conscious about it. All the limbs are fully illuminated, controlled by his consciousness. So that's it. Dhamma. And then Swadhyaya Pravajanacha, that goes. Then shamascha swadhyaya pravachanecha. So what is shama? Shama is reducing your desires. From 1 million desire, reduce into 300 desires. You see? This ability to prioritize your desires, that is shama. I ask you to write down 10 important desires that you would like to address to. 10 important. Try. In an order of priority. What is the most important desire you want to fulfill? Second most, third most, fourth most, 10 important desires. That itself is a big discipline. That's why we did in Shiva Shakti Archana. It is not to fulfill their desires. When they try to write it down, think about it, their mind organizes. Then they understand these desires are not that important. If they are fulfilled, fine. If they are not fulfilled, okay. It's a subtle way of seducing him into a desireless state. But if I say don't have any desire, they will not understand it. So, organize your desires. Instead of entertaining all kind of funny desires, put them down. Make a checklist of your desires into 10 and prioritize. That is called shama in the modern language. The ancient language, shama means reducing your desires, controlling your mind. Shama. Controlling it. Because controlling the mind is a little difficult than controlling the sense organs. Sense organs are gross, you can control it. Controlling the mind is subtle, difficult. So first start with sense organs of action, then. You see, if you don't see cigarette, then you have no need to smoke. So first take away all the cigarettes. But there are people, if they take away all the cigarettes, they become obsessed with the cigarette. Then they go mad. To them, give them the cigarette. Then advise them slowly. So this way, both mentally and physically, you have to learn control. They mutually reinforce. So shama means reducing your desires, not needs. Needs reduction is dhamma. This is shama. So now this is an individual conquest. Your individual organism, the organic inner life is under control now. The individual is ready. This is a conquest of your individuality, controlling your individual. Dhamma, shama, satyam and rudam. And it's reorganizing, rehauling your personality by applying these 4 values. Overhauling your personality, that's the word. Overhauling your personality. Equipping yourself with a rudam, satyam, dhamma, shama, swadhyaya and pravachana. So you are a strong person now. Well equipped person. Now, other set of values. This is for the social and family. Now come the family values. This is to be practiced individually. Isn't it? Reducing your desires, can you and your children practice together? No. It's inside you have to practice. Early in the morning, everybody sit together. Reducing the desire, not possible. You have to do it individually. It's an individual pursuit. It's an individual conquest. It's overhauling your individual machinery. Having done that, now for the family. What are the family? Agnayascha swadhyaya pravachanecha. Now for the family, Agni. Agni means fire. You have to keep fire at home. Not just for cooking, but for worship. Bring God into your life. So there should be a fire altar. If nowadays instead of fire altar you have a deity. Either have a deity or a fire. Maintain it. Maintain it at the center of your life in the family. even a lamp is enough. But why not an idol, deity? Well, you can have a picture also. Simply simply lighting a lamp, have a altar there. Have an altar there. So have an altar or a fire or a meditation room, something, meditation room or a puja room or a fire altar. So that is called Agnaya. Now most of the Indian families you have that a small corner, at least on the under the staircase. Understand? You will actually, or in a box. There is only one room. What can you do? In Bombay and all, there is only one room. So they have a box for God. They put God in the box, then tie it and then put it under the bed. Sometimes they use it for sitting also. Then morning they open the box, bring out the Lord, put it on the box, do some arati, prayer. Now God's glory is over. Again he is put back into this box and put it under this. That also is okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Some of the family, the big house is dedicated to God. The family, the smallest room is dedicated to God. Some of the family, the dirtiest corner is dedicated to God. Huh? God is ready to sit anywhere. He is Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvancha Mahi Pashyati. The thing is that you should have some place for him. And once you give him a little place, then he will take care of himself. Give me a small point to put my toe. Then he will expand. He will take care of everything. So this is the idea. There should be fire, a place of worship at home. Agnayascha swa, and the children come there, your family, your servants, your guests, everybody, everything is started with a worship. Agnayascha swadhyaya pravajanecha. Don't stop that. Swadhyaya pravajanecha. Then Agnihotram cha swadhyaya pravajanecha. Now some people, they have a puja room, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, but they never go there. The Bhagavad Gita is so dusty. And if you take it, you sneeze, and if the Swami has got this breathing problem, he had it. Swami, please read the Bhagavad Gita. Swami has got this little asthma problem. He goes there, takes the book, the whole room is full of dust. They have never gone there. And there is a permanent electric bulb burning there. They never light the lamp. They never clean the place. It's a God-forgotten place. Nobody goes there. And all the broken furniture is in that room. I'm not joking. These are all, I have lived in thousands of homes. So all these experiences are there. So you say some home, all the broken furniture, all their dirty clothes, their washing machine, puja room. So this kind of puja room, the Rishi says, don't do that. Having kept the fire, perform Agnihotra every day. Worship every day. Clean the place. Keep it as very clean and offer the prayers every day. If you're not an Agnihotri, you can just offer a flower, a fruit, maybe a namaskara, maybe some chanting. Belly, namaskara, yeah, patram, pushpam, jalam, whatever you have. Whatever you have, it doesn't matter what you give. What matters is how you give it, with what attitude you give it. Patram, pushpam, balam, toyam, yome, bhaktya, prayaschadi. If that is not available, and namaskara will do. Every day go there and Dirghadanda namaskara, which is very cheap, it doesn't cost you anything. Jalam, at least you need to bring water. Patra, you have to go around and pluck it. Pushpa, there is no flower. Fruit, you have to buy it. Here, namaskara, you don't have to do anything. But the problem is when he falls, picking up is very difficult. That is another problem. So namaskara is a way of this thing. Something, do something to renew your relationship with God daily. It needs daily nourishment. It needs daily nourishment. Every day you have to do that. So that is Agnihotram cha swadhyaya pravachane. Agnihotra means performance of the Agnihotra, the ritual. You are keeping fire, Agnihotra. If you are keeping an altar, puja. If you are having a meditation room, sit down and meditate. Sing a song, possible. Because you have to give to Lord whatever you have the best your best has to be given to the Lord. If you are a musician, go there and sing a song. That's it. So if you are a pickpocket, what will you do? so he says, whatever maybe you are doing, you do it in the name of God. So slowly he will lift you. Tesha maham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavam inachirat partha maya veshida chetasam. So you do it in my name, and then I'll take care of you. I'll see that you will come out of it, if necessary. Otherwise I'll put you in it little more. Ye yatha mam prabadhyande tam tathaiva bhajamyaham mama vatmanu vartande manushya partha sarvashaha. So in whatever way, sometimes I give you more shraddha into that. So Lord has several ways. So Agnihotram cha swadhyaya pravachane cha. Then, now we come to the social relationships. This is just for the family. Daily worship of God, to create a family culture, trust and reverence and etc. So it creates trust in the higher, in the Lord. So there is a lot of family solidarity, values, and then life becomes very simple. And then, how do you relate with others? Adidhayascha swadhyaya pravachanecha. So Aditi Puja is another virtue. Aditi means one who comes to your house unannounced. Anybody coming to your house is called a Aditi. Not that you elaborately invite him, the minister and all that. They are not called Adithis. Aditi means one who comes without appointment. Tidhi means appointment. Tidhi means without appointment. Who walks into your life, into your home. In Kerala, there is no culture of relating with Adithis, guest. When a guest comes, you don't give him water. Nobody asks. In any other country I have seen, North India or West, anywhere, they give you something. They give you, offer a glass of water. They don't ask you, do you need water? No, it's there. It's not asked. In Kerala they won't ask, they won't give also. Maybe it is raining all the time. I don't know what is the reason. They cannot be as uncultured, as insensitive like that. We never offer. There is no social graces. Or you meet somebody on the road. Maximum Malayali will say, that is what he will say. There is no way of greeting them. In any other countries, North India, they say Ram Ram. When you see somebody on the road, they will invariably say Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ramji, Ram Nam, Ramji ki. Something they will say. Jai Ramji ki, Jai Ramji ki, or Ram Ram. And you also say Ram Ram or Krishna Krishna.
Swami, those coming home, if they are from Kerala itself, they don't need any water. They don't generally ask for water, and even if we give, they may not take.
They may not take. Or something you must, what I say is that.
It's not a question of offering water. Not offering water.
Because they don't need, they don't want it. Maybe that's what I say. There is a Pepsi, yeah. No, what I meant was, that's why I put that aside. Maybe it's constantly raining there. People don't need it. Otherwise, that culture will not emerge like that. But I still fail to understand why we have no greetings. When we see a person, generally we don't greet him. We will just look. That's all maximum we will say. There is no greeting. There is no good morning or Ram Ram Ji ki. There is nothing there.
In the short form of home.
Oh, yeah, home, yes. so, of course, when you leave, there is a kind of saying, Varate. Varate means, I am coming again. Varate means, don't think I am going. I'll be back again. Like a bad note or a wrongly addressed letter. I'll come back again. Varate. No, I don't disappoint you. So these kind of funny greetings are there. So, or we go to a shop. In any good shop, they'll ask you, can I help you? Can I help you? Here in Malayalam, Enda. Why did you come? In Kerala, if you go to a shop, they'll ask you, why did you come? Why did you come? Your shop is open, your wares are there. It's very interesting.
In a way, they're asking, is there anything that you...
But that it should be put in the right way. Yeah, it should be put in the right way. It should not be put in that way. By adding one or two.
There, nobody gets offended by that because
Everybody is uncultured. That's what you mean. Everybody is uncultured, so it doesn't matter. No. There should be a little more graces in relationships.
It's an egoistic relationship.
Yeah, maybe the caste, because Kerala has been full of caste feelings, Maybe that's the reason. The Nayars. But Nayars, I was reading, maybe even in 1850, they always carry a sword. And if anybody untouchable coming to their path, they just kill them, cut their head. The sword is for that, not get...
But in formal function or namaste?
No namaste, nothing. Now they have introduced, slowly coming. Namaskar. These are all learned from the aeroplanes and all that. There is nothing, no graces. I may be exaggerating a little, but Hidayascha, when a person comes to your life unannounced, you must treat him respectfully, offer him minimum courtesies, trust him. You have to trust him. An Aditi is to be trusted, respected, courtesies are to be extended. And the same thing you can expect from others also. A courteous relationship is very, very important. That's the meaning of Adidecha. Give him shelter and food, water to drink, to take a bath, new clothes, offer him accommodation for 3 days. After 3 days he must quit. That is another meaning of Aditi. An Aditi should not overstay. Guest should not overstay his welcome.
That is another problem in Kerala.
In Kerala, they never leave. Eh?
They will claim.
Yes, Kerala, the problem is, if you allow him 3 days, then there is right of occupancy. They'll say, I have been occupying it for 3 days, it is mine, otherwise give me 40,000 rupees. So nobody will allow him to stay. Another interesting thing I have seen in Kerala, if a guest, somebody comes, he will keep you outside the gate. You stand inside the gate and talk to him, everything in the world, but he is never invited to house. Very rarely he is invited to house. Close neighbor. Yeah, maybe. I left Kerala 30 years ago, so maybe that is the... I don't know what are the new developments. Professor is really protesting. Professor, you can have a rejoinder. You can come here and give a discourse on... So therefore, adhidaya, courtesies are to be extended to others. Adidhi devo bhava, it's our slogan. And he may be a little nasty, doesn't matter. He may be. If you extend these courtesies, the human beings will respond. Even a thief will respond. Haven't you read that story of Les Miserables? There the priest accepts a thief was running away, a fugitive thief. Finally, the police is chasing him. Finally comes here, and the priest offers him shelter, a good room and all that, all kind of silver and all that. So then he saw all this silver, he thought, not bad. He's after all a thief. So midnight he took all the silver, put in a bag and ran away. And by the time the police caught him, because you don't get a second chance in life, police caught him, and brought him to the priest. Priest said, no, he was my guest, and I usually give gift to guests. So I gave him a gift. And that was a turning point for the thief. For the first time he cried. He cried for the first time. His heart melted. And then he became instantaneously a good man. He admitted that I stolen it. The priest is just trying to protect me. Please arrest me. And he was arrested. And then he underwent the punishment. And he came out as a reformed person. That simple act of charity, benevolence, transformed his whole personality. Huh? Then he gave something and all that. So, adidhayascha swadhyaya pravachanacha. So adidhi is one who does not stay more than 3 days. He does not overstay is welcome. If you overstay your welcome, the guest will become a disgust. So therefore that doesn't happen. Then manusham cha swadhyaya pravachanacha. So manusham, according to Shankara, laukikaha samvyavaharaha manush. Social and civic duties are to be performed. Laukikaha samvyavahara. Laukika samvyavahara. Laukika samvyavahara means your civic duties. Yes, your civic social duties. Again, in India, we are very poor in that. We keep a good home, but our streets are dirty, our hospitals are dirty, our schools are dirty, our government office is very inefficient, all kind of corruption, disloyalty. We are individually honest people, but socially dishonest. Even a very loving father is very cruel to his subordinates. He's a very loving father, a very honest father, but is a dishonest officer. We have no civic sense. So here it is said, one should fulfill all your civic duties, social obligations have to be fulfilled. Pay the taxes, obey the laws of the country. See? When you see the red light, stop. That is obeying the law of the country. Pay your taxes, file your returns. All those things are necessary. Clean your surroundings, don't litter. Don't generate litter. So all those things. So civic, it's a lesson by itself. That's the meaning of manusham. Manusha. Manusha means social and civic responsibilities. As a citizen of this country, you have certain responsibilities. So from family we are coming to the society. Manusham cha swadhyaya pravachane cha. Now again to the family. Praja cha swadhyaya pravachane cha. Praja means children. As a human being, you have to produce children. That's a responsibility, duty. Meaning marriage and children. That's a responsibility. Praja. Procreation is a responsibility. That is one of the rina, debts you have to pay.
It's not duty to
Huh? No, praja means procreation. You have to create. Without the procreation you cannot. So it's a procreation. Praja cha swadhyaya pravachane cha. Then prajanascha swadhyaya pravachane cha. Prajana is love towards the family. One should be loving towards it. The love for the love and sacrifice for the family. Praja is children, prajana is love. Shankara calls Rudau Bharyagamanam Prajanam. Prajananam. Rudau Bharyagamanam, pleasing your wife, for taking care of all her needs. Rudau. Rudau means when she is in a productive period.
Kudumba Samrakshanam avumayudu.
Kudumba Samrakshanam, or its exact meaning is doing your duty towards your wife, whatever duties are there. Shankara calls it Rudau. Ruthumadi no really Malayalam. Rudau Bharyagamanam. So engaging in the productive activities at the right period with the right state of mind. That's it. Meaning service to the loyalty to the wife, etc. comes there. Prajanascha swadhyaya pravachane cha. Then prajadischa swadhyaya pravachane cha. And finally prajadi means grandchildren. You should see that grandchildren also, meaning marry your children and see that they get their children, grandchildren also. Up to that is your duty. Yes. And when the Kunjalashmi is very happy. Kunjalashmi was wondering, did I do the right thing? You did the right thing. So he says, now grandchildren have come. Then your duties are all over. Children, grandchildren, you are loyal to your wife, she is happy, and all your duties are fulfilled. And prajascha, prajanascha, prajadischa. Prajadischa swadhyaya pravachanecha. And then all duties are over now. Everybody, all duties are over. Now, after duties are over, then you can go to the ashrams back. These are in the Grahasthashramam. You have all these duties. Having fulfilled all these duties, you are ready to leave the Grahasthashram. There also urvarugamiva bandhanat. Like a ripe fruit, you fall from the tree of the Grahasthashrama. Neither the children are unhappy nor are you unhappy. You have done all your duties. And they also are happy. You also happy. So grahastha, vanaprastha. Vanaprastha, you live for another 25 years. And in vanaprastha, what you do, these values you can practice further. Tapaha, swadhyayam, etc. you can practice further. And then you become a sannyasi.
Only 13 duties.
Only 13? Achha, I thought it is 14. Okay. Nokkikolo. Rutam cha swadhyaya pravachane chatri. Rutam and swadhyaya pravachana 3. Satyam 4. Tapa 5. Dhamma 6. Shama, Right, okay. So 14 values. Yeah. Pardon? Yes. So prajadischa swadhyaya pravachane. Now you are ready for vanaprastha. After vanaprastha is the sannyasa. So in vanaprastha you keep some connection with the family to see whether they are all doing well. Occasionally. All doing well, you keep some connection, and having made sure they are doing well, you totally connect. That is the sannyasa stage. So now satyamidi satyavacharathitaraha. Now if you want to pinpoint one single value of all this, one single most important value, can you tell me one value out of it? Most important. So according to some, the most important value is Satya. Truthfulness is the most. You are honest and truthful. And Patanjali says 12 years if you can practice that value. What value? You never tell a lie. Always honest. Even at the risk of your life. Then thereafter, whatever you say shall come true. 12 years, you never told a lie. Thereafter, even if you tell a lie, it will become true. That is the danger of that. So that's the power he gains. 12 years, one should practice truthfulness, the value of truthfulness. So according to some, truth is the greatest value. Who says that? Satyavacha, one who practices that. He is called Satyavacha, he is Satyavachas, who is always honest and truthful in his life. We lived that life. Then he said, not that simply he says. Who is the Satyavacha? Radhitara. Do you know that Radhitara, his son? His son Radhitara means son of Radhitara. He practiced this and he says, if you can live that value for 12 years, then you become Satya Sankalpa. Your Sankalpas all become true. So Satya is the greatest value. As a sannyasi, you must practice either of these three values. Exclusively, you must be honest to one value at least. So according to either you never tell a lie. That will take care of everything. You see, people will ask you question, what did you eat today? What were you doing in America? You have to tell the truth. Then if you tell a lie, then it's a problem. So wherever he goes, he has to tell the truth. So truth will discipline you. Telling truth will discipline you. You cannot lie thereafter. So you are afraid of doing wrong things because somebody may ask. You understand? So therefore, practice truthful. Never tell a lie. That will bring all other discipline. You don't have to study Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, then Tika, Tuka, nothing. Just practice the value of truthfulness. Everything will come by itself. That is Radhidara's opinion. Other man's opinion, Taba idi tabo nitya paurusishtihi. Paurusishti, Purushishti's son, Paurusishti, he says, it is not truth. All the time you cannot be truthful. It will put you in danger. Sometimes you may have to at least keep quiet. Therefore, the most important value is tapas. Reduce your needs, discipline your body, mind. Tapas is the greatest value. When you have very little needs, you don't have to tell many lies, is it not? You don't have to. Most of the lies are because your needs are endless. When your needs are limited, you don't have to tell many lies. Very minimum needs. Desires are less, so you don't have to tell lies. So some Paurushisti who is tapo nitya, who was a master in tapas, continuous tapas, according to him, tapas is the most important. That tapas, reducing your needs, reducing your desires. Now, another person says, Swadhyaya pravachane evedinako mautkalya. This is the modern Swamis. Give endless speeches. So he says, Tapaidi tapo nitya, Swadhyaya pravachanam. Swadhyaya is missing, pravachana is plenty. So he says Swadhyaya and pravachana. Self-study, study of the scriptures and pravachana, sharing those knowledge. That also gives you a lot of discipline. Because you have to get up at 5:30, take a bath, then there is meditation, then there is Gita class, then there is Gita chanting, then there is that, then there is this, then there are... Where is the time for doing naughty, mischievous things? So therefore he says, fully disciplined. So either you have Swadhyaya, Pravachana, because if you are not disciplined, you cannot be consistent in your talks. Talking itself is a big discipline. You have to organize your thoughts, you have to study, you have to conform to the text. If you have to simply talk something, there is no problem. But if you have to conform to the text, text is in front of you. And this has been commented by thousands of masters. You cannot say foolish things on this text. It's a great discipline. So either Swadhyaya, Pravachana, or Tapas, or Satya. So when you initiate a Swami, we tell him practice either any of these. You don't have to teach or anything, but be an honest person. Never ever tell a lie. If that is difficult for you, tapas. Reduce your needs and eat only once in a day. Live in a simple hut. And then constantly chant and pray for the well-being of the world. If that was all difficult for you, this Swadhyaya, Pravachana, keep doing it. If that also difficult, then go and hang yourself. That is all what we can say. These three things you have to practice continuously. So Swadhyaya Pravachane Evedinako Mautkalyaha. Who says that? Mautkalyo Namataha. This person called Nago means Namada. One who is known as Mautkalya. Mutkalasya Patyam. So Mautkalya. He says, so Adhyaya Pravachana is very, very important. Tat Thitapas, Tat Thitapaha. According to him, that is the greatest tapas. That is the greatest truth. Because you are all the time telling the truth. What is the truth? What is the greatest truth? The greatest truth is you are Satchidananda. That he constantly says. I am Satchidananda. There is no other truth in this world. So that he constantly says. And in Satchidananda, that is the greatest austerity also. Austere life. Because when you realize everything is Satchidananda, you have nothing to own. You own nothing. To own something, there should be something other than you, then alone you can own it. Now when you discover everything is Satchidananda, there is nothing to own. So you live in the greatest austerity. There is no more austerity necessary. So this Swadhyaya Pravachana makes you honest because you can tell only the truth, and make you tapasvi because you can own nothing. And therefore he says, this is the greatest thing. Constantly declare the truth of the scriptures With that the values are over. Now let us recapitulate the values. Ritam cha swadhyaya pravachane cha satyam cha swadhyaya pravachane cha tvascha swadhyaya pravachane cha agna cha swadhyaya pravachane cha agcha swadhyaya pravachane cha agnayascha swadhyaya pravachane cha Agnihotram cha swadhyaya pravachane cha adithayascha swadhyaya pravachane cha prajacha swadhyaya pravachane cha prajacha swadhyaya pravachane cha prajanascha swadhyaya pravachane cha prajadischa swadhyaya pravachane cha Satyamiti satyavacharādhitaraha tapaiti tapo nityah paurushistihi swadhyaya pravachane eve nako mautkalyaha tadhitapaha. These are the 14 values. It's not over. Now there are one more set of values which you will see later. And now the seeker, he sits down, he understood more or less things, and he chanted this mantra. It's a kind of soliloquy. In a mood of soliloquy, self-announcement, declaration. In his ecstasy, he sings the following mantra, which you can repeat. Let's read that also. Aham vrikshasya reriva irti prishtham gireriva urdhva pavitro vachini vasvamritamasmi dravinakam savarchasam Sumedha amrudotshitaha iditrishangur vedānuvachanam. So we close it here. Now what is this? A meditation, walking meditation? Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunattu sahaviryam aravavahai tejasvina vadhitamastu ma viddisha vahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad-padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatitum Bhavamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Cheshtarajim Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvanodibhi Sita Sadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Shanno Mitra Shamvarunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspadihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tatvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So let us read those values. Rutam cha swadhyaya pravachane cha satyam cha swad. I'll read and then read. Satyam cha swadhyaya pravachane cha tapascha swadhyaya pravachane cha damascha swadhyaya pravachane cha shamascha swadhyaya pravachane cha agnayascha swadhyaya pravachane cha Agnihotram cha swadhyaya pravachane cha Adhidayascha swadhyaya pravachane cha Manusham cha swadhyaya pravachane cha Praja cha swadhyaya pravachane cha Prajanascha swadhyaya pravachane cha Prajadischa swadhyaya pravachane cha Satyamidi satyavacharādhitaraha Tapayiti tapo nityah paurusishtihi Swadhyaya pravachane vedinako mautkalyaha Tathitapaha. So for Praja, Shankara gives this meaning Prajacha Utpadya. That is how we explain Prajacha Utpadya. And Prajana, the meaning given by Shankaracharya, Rudau Bharya Gamanam Prajananam. Then Prajadischa. Prajadi, he gives the meaning Pautrotpatti. Putraha Niveshayidavya, he says. So we have these three duties: Putrotpadanam, then Rudau Bharya Gamanam, and then Pautrascha Utpadya. You cannot produce a Pautra, then what you do is you marry your son. So that's why Putra Niveshayidavya. Son is to be married. Putraya Niveshayidavya. Then for tapa, he gives Krit Chandrayanadi. There is a particular tapas where you control your eating according to the movement of the waning and the waxing of the moon. When the new moon day, you eat nothing. Then incrementally increase the quantity of food. And the full moon day, you eat a big lunch, dinner and all that. Again you slowly reduce. This way, controlling or synchronizing your eating with the waxing and the waning of the moon. That is called Chandrayana tapas. It's very interesting because moon has a great influence on our life. Moon has its full moon, it excites you. No moon, it depresses you. So no moon, you eat nothing. There is no energy to get depressed also. That's why you don't eat anything on the new moon. New moon is Amavasi. Full moon is Paurnami. So that's the kind of tapas Shankaracharya. But we have seen an elaborate meaning of the word tapas. So which are the values we have to follow? One is Rutam cha Swadhyaya, Rutam, Satyam, Tapa, then Dhamma, Shama, Pravajana, Swadhyaya Pravajanam continues. That's a Shama, Dhamma, Agni, Agnihotram, Adhidi, Manusham, Praja, Prajanana, Prajadishya, and these are the values. And the most important value according to one Rishi is Satya. Lead a very honest and transparent life. So transparency in your pursuit. So you pursue truth, you are transparent in your pursuit, and you are honest with your intentions. Thus 3 levels of Satya. So that transparency, and you can follow that value, exclusively that value. All other values will come as a result of that. Or tapa. Tapas is another value which one can practice, reducing your need-symbol life. According to Mudgala's son, he says Swadhyaya Pravajana is the greatest value. No, Nauka means Namada, named in that name. There is a person called Maudgalya. Maudgalya means Mudgala's son. Nako means Namata in that name. So, Swadhyaya Pravachane Evedi Nako Maudgalya. So according to him, Swadhyaya Pravachana. So Swadhyaya is the study of the scripture. So when you study the scripture, you tell the truth only, isn't it? You are Brahma, that is the truth. When you say that you are Brahman, you get established. That is the tapa. So tapas and truth, Satya and tapaha are included in the Swadhyaya Pravachana. Somebody asked Ramana Maharshi, what is the greatest tapas? What is tapas? A very interesting incident. Ramana Maharshi and Kavyakantha Janapadi Muni. Kavyakantha Janapadi Muni was a great scholar. He studied all the Vedas, Ashtadasha Puranani, everything he studied, Brahma Sutra, all everything. Great scholar. But as we have seen this morning, Narada's unhappiness, he also was unhappy. Then somebody told there is a person called Ramana Maharshi. Then he wanted to test him, how much he knows. Does he know as much as I know? So he went up to him, then asked him this question, what is tapas? Ramana Maharshi, ahamapetakam nijaviphanakam mahadidam tapo ramana vagiyam. This is all I have to say. Tapas means ahamapetakam nijaviphanakam. So avoid, give up your ego, and then get established in the self. Living, getting established in the self and watching your ego relentlessly. That is the meaning of tapas. Watching how the ego arises, how it operates, how it declines. So constantly watch that and get established in your self. So getting established in the self and operating from there. And another way positively or experientially getting established in the self means what? You are always happy. That's the meaning of getting established in the self. Your happiness is not contingent upon situations. However happy, we also are occasionally happy, contingent upon situation. When everything is all right as per your wishes, you are very happy. Anything goes wrong, you are unhappy. Same person becomes very unhappy. Start shouting and screaming. Then when everything goes okay, you start laughing and embracing and all that. So this kind of a schizophrenic behavior by extreme likes and dislikes. So tapas means you are happy under all situations. You don't allow your happiness to be determined by the inclemencies of the environment. Your environment cannot determine your happiness. You don't allow it to be buffeted by the waves of the pairs of opposites. Heat and cold and pleasure and pain and success and failure are not allowed to determine your happiness. That's what I mean by contingent. The contingent situations have no hold over you. You are happy. When you can be happy like that, you are in tapas. If you can smile all the time, you are a tapasvi. It is not that PRO smile in a 5-star hotel where you put a matchstick in your mouth and pull the chin towards the ear and you smile. At the end of it, you get really tired. So this smile is something which comes from your very being, because your nature is happiness. So discover that and live a happy life. Then you are a great tapasvi. That's Ramana Maharshi's idea. Hridaya kukhara madhye kevalam jnana matram ahamaham iti sakshat atma rupena bhadi hridaya manasa chinnado mannado va pavana chalana rodhat atmanishto bhavatvam. Ramana Maharshi's. He said your task is to abide in the self. Hridaya manasa. Hridaya, according to Ramana, is the Atman. Enter there, abide there. Chinnado mannado va. Either by reflection or by meditation, either by the study of the scripture or by pure meditation or chalana, pavana chalana rodhat, by pranayam, control the breath. Then these are the three methods of entering into the self. So according to this Mautkalya, Swadhyaya alone is those, Swadhyaya Pravajana, teach and study and teach. Study and teach. Don't teach without study. Some people know that. we start teaching without study. I am a teacher, self-proclaimed teacher. Who taught you? Nobody taught me. Why should somebody teach me? I know everything. You understand? That kind of attitude doesn't make you a good teacher. So first you should be a student. And Devasi. He alone can teach. I have told it is ours a living tradition. You must learn from a living teacher, not a dead book. You have to learn from a living teacher, sit at his feet, and you can watch him and learn like that. So Swadhyaya Pravajane Vedinako Mautlalya Tattitavas Tattitavaha. Now we come to a very interesting statement by an enlightened person. An enlightened person just explodes from his seat and into these wonderful words. He is sitting in meditation and suddenly he gets up and starts dancing and declaring this truth at the end of his meditation. Like a its life is very miserable. From one leaf to another leaf it has to go. Crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl and eat that sour leaves. That is the destiny of a worm. And life was very tough for that worm. Pupe, which is a pupe. One day the worm said enough is enough and it just coiled upon itself. All other worms thought, what has happened to this worm? it was very happily moving from one leaf to another leaf and ravenously gorging upon these leaves. And what happened? The worm is not interested in anything. Just coiled upon itself, sitting like that. It went on in that disposition for a few days. And one day it came out of it like a colorful butterfly, wings and antennas, and then it started flying all over, moving all over. The whole sky is its field now. Only because only that miserable leaf, that also unsteady. So now the whole sky is this very nice space. It developed colorful wings. It started flapping those wings and flying and floating in the sky. Sky is its limit now. And what will it eat now? Not bitter leaves, only honey. It goes into these flowers and the flowers open, and then it sits and puts out its spores, so deep into the bowels of the flowers, and then it gets the nectar. Its life is totally different. Similarly, a wise man drinks the honey of the self. That's not mean the wise man will eat only honey. That is the literal meaning. Wise guy eat only honey. A wise man, honey and milk. Hot milk, put some honey and that will only eat. That's not the idea. You can get anything. But the real meaning is self. He gets his happiness from within himself. It is a self-realized person. But when that happens, this man gets up and just declares. You cannot contain that information. You want to share it with anybody. It is within you. You don't have to run around. You don't have to run around for this happiness. And you all are running around all over the world. Now, suddenly he discovers it is inside. I don't know whether I told you that story. Alchemic story. It's a very interesting story. It's a very interesting novel. So the shepherd, leading his sheep one hot afternoon in Spain. He was resting on a stone, on a piece of stone. And then he began to dream. There was enormous wealth, treasure, hidden somewhere in Egypt. And in the dream he saw the map of that area also. Go there, get that. So he was excited. Gold and jewelries and all that. He started on a truck. He crossed into Morocco. From Morocco he came to Algiers. From Algeria he came to Libya. These are the kingdom countries on his trail. And meanwhile he stayed somewhere where he fell in love with a lady and married and lived for some time, and he forgot all about it. Then one day they had a little quarrel, and then he thought, why did I come here? So he left the Naples. Then he moved. And then he was caught by this desert thugs. He was beaten and tortured. One of them helped him to escape. He moved further. And then in the desert, it was all quicksand, very soft sand. He plunged into one of those quicksand pits. Then somebody helped him, he came out of it. And with much difficulty, after 1 or 2 years, he reached this Egypt. And he consulted the map. Near one of the pyramids was this treasure hidden. He went there and he started digging that place. And he cannot dig daytime because then everybody will see. Then they will come and share, or they will say, I also will help you, and then you will have to share with it. So night he has to do. Daytime you will sleep, nighttime you will work. Janisha Sarvabodhananda Tasyam Jakrati Samyami Tasyam Jakrati Buddhali Sanisha Pashyomani. And then everybody will leave you once. And What is light for him is light for others. What is light for him is light for others. So he went on digging, and finally he got a big box. He was very happy. All the gold and the diamonds is here. So he lifted it. The next time he cannot open it. So by the time it was daytime. So therefore he had to wait again. There is anxiety and tension. Nobody may take it away. So finally at night he opened the box. There were about 7 boxes inside. One after another, he had to open all that. When he opened all that, there is a letter in that. There is an inscription. So the treasure is under that rock on which he was sleeping and dreaming. That is Spain. Now we have to go all the way to that place. And he went back. And there the story ends. People don't know that he went back and got. Same way we are going all around in search of things, and suddenly the Guru says, Tattvamasi. Therefore you have to go back. And in that inward pilgrimage is what is more important. And once you gain that knowledge, that you can be independently happy. You don't have to hang on to anybody or anything, or any situation to be a happy person. Once you realize that, it is a great discovery. Then it's a question of time, a matter of time, before you get that experience. So here is a rishi who got that experience, and he sung this song of realization, the song of realization. So at the end of also you find the song of realization. Ah,